Hey, this video is in response to the contest that TheRavensfan516 is having at his webpage for all his subscribers. I thought I'd go ahead and throw my name in the hat and see and give him my 2 cents on the questions he has asked. And maybe hopefully I'll have my name drawn out, or I think he's going to randomize it and choose it out. But so he's a real nice guy. I watched a few of his videos, subbed to him in the last couple weeks here. And anyways, he has 3 questions for the contest, and here are my responses to his 3 questions. They're actually 3 really good questions. So I don't enter a lot of contests. This is maybe the 3rd one I've entered, but I like the question, so I'm going to answer this one. So anyways, the first question he asked was how I got involved in card collecting. Well, being a child from the early 70s, I collected cards, but it was very sporadic, you know. Card collecting wasn't as big as it is today. And the way I actually started card collecting was there was a guy at the church when I was going to church when we were real young who actually collected cards. And he was an older gentleman, had kids that are already in their 20s. And every Sunday, he would come to church with a whole baggie full of sports cards. And my buddies and I, it was like every time when we got to church and we got together, beeline right for Jerry, because we knew that he'd open up that bag and start handing all the kids sports cards. And that was actually my introduction to real sports card collecting. I remember getting cards. I remember getting Cal Ripken Jr. rookies. I remember getting a lot of 70s, even some late 60s cards he handed out to us. In fact, he actually even brought to us many times, not wacky packages, oh crap, what do they call those cards? Where they make fun of different products. Is it Wacky Packages? I think it is. He gave me a whole stack of, almost like 100 Wacky Packages cards. And that's where I got involved in card collecting. He gave me all those cards, and I just started collecting and collecting and collecting. And then I started buying as I got older, and, you know, and then 81, 82, 83, 84. Being originally from Wisconsin, I was a big Milwaukee Brewers fan, so I was collecting Robin Yount and Paul Molitor and Hank Aaron and all those other guys. And but Jerry was the guy who really got me into sports cards collecting. So from the late 70s to today, I've been collecting cards nonstop, and of course now I'm passing it on to my kids as far as sports cards collecting. And that's how I got started. So your second question is, why or how did you start, or why did you start doing YouTube videos? The reason I started doing YouTube videos at Packerscorner was when I started collecting PSA, my buddy Tim got me involved into PSA cards. I really didn't know a lot about PSA, but I thought, well, there's probably some videos online. I could probably look it up and they'll tell me a little bit about it. I couldn't find much at all, very little. And then I thought, well, you know what, I'll go ahead and join PSA. So I joined PSA, and there was nothing on YouTube that helped anyone who was a member of YouTube, because YouTube was still fairly young. I've been a member of PSA now for, I think going on 4+ years, 5 years. Anyways, there was not much on YouTube at the time. So what I thought is, hey, why not put something on there to help some other guys that are like me in the position of, you have a question, you have a problem, you're not sure what to do. Instead of calling him 10,000 times like I did my first year or 2 or 3, why not have some videos on there, maybe just answering some questions and bringing up some issues and you know, different types of concepts about collecting, and maybe some other guys that like to shoot back and forth some questions and some ideas. So that's where I started, and of course it's turned into my corner, Packers Corner, and I'm having a great time doing it. I'm collecting. I'm having a fun time just, you know, having good conversations with guys and them shooting me ideas back and forth about what it's like card collecting. But that's how I started my YouTube videos. The last question you asked is, what is your Eleanor? And I thought that was pretty cool the way that you kind of set that up, because of course Eleanor being a throwback to the Nicolas Cage Gone in 60 Seconds movie. I like the way you set that up. But, you know, what was the card that you really want bad, or the card that you've always wanted and now you have? And so I thought, go ahead, and that's really the question that caught my attention when I watched your video. I actually had 2 Eleanors, and they're both from 1957. The first one is the 1957 Paul Hornung rookie from Topps. As you see here, I got one of them, so I have half of my Eleanor. Now this one is only PSA 4. This is the 5th Paul Hornung rookie that I've owned. I actually bought one, had to be about 6-7 years ago, maybe longer than that. And my wife and I, when we were married, we got, you know, kind of tough on finances for a while, and I went in and sold it. And, you know, didn't make much off it because I had to get rid of it quick. And then I bought another one. And I went ahead and got that one graded. That was one of the first cards I ever graded. And I got a PSA 6 on it, so I was pretty impressed. And it was one of my gem. I said I would never, ever sell it. But of course, you guys all know family comes before cards, and I ended up selling it. Things got tight a few times, and I went ahead and sold it. And I thought, man, I'm never going to get another one of those again because it cost me $200-something. And long and behold, some guy on eBay listed one. Buy it now, $75. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. I can't believe this guy. And it looks pretty good. It's a good-looking card. And or best offer. And I thought, well, maybe I'll offer this guy, $50. Maybe he'll take it. So I sent him a message, $50, and he took it. He took it for $50. He says, I need money right away. I'll take it. So I sent him the $50, and like 2 days later, it had to be almost 11 o'clock at night. I get a phone call from this guy saying, oh my gosh, Troy, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to tell you. My grandkids were visiting tonight, and my grandson got back into my hobby room, and he ripped up the Paul Hornung rookie. And I'm thinking to myself, first my first thought is, oh crap, there goes my card. My second thought is, dude, you need to secure your cards better. But I was pretty caring about it, and, okay, that's no big deal. I know things happen. Just make sure you close your door next time, and, send me my money back, no big deal at all. And he says, not a problem at all. Well, what's funny is 1 hour later, literally midnight, I get a phone call again from this guy. I'm dead asleep. And I'm like, hello? I don't even know who was on the phone. I'm thinking, my mom and dad called and something just happened, this emergency. And he's like, hey, Troy, it's me again. Oh, I just wanted to let you know I found your Paul Hornung card. He didn't rip up your card. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. That's great. He goes, yeah, he didn't rip it up. The one he ripped up was actually the Johnny Unitas rookie card. I didn't know what to say to the guy. I felt bad, but hey, I got my Paul Hornung rookie. Well, he felt so bad that he woke me up 2 times in the middle of the night. The first time he called me, he actually told me he had a buddy who had a Paul Hornung that he was going to go ahead and pick up and send me that one instead, but it was kind of shabby a little bit. Anyways, what he ended up doing was sending me in the mail 2 Paul Hornung rookies. And then he said, you said you have a son that collects cards too. He sent my son, Caleb, and I an autographed Brett Favre card, an autographed Bart Starr card, an autographed Jerry Kramer card. I mean, these were cards along with the 2 Paul Hornung rookies for $50. So let's just say that Eleanor got taken care of really quick. Now, the second half of the Eleanor I really want, I do not have, someday I hope to get one in my collection, is the 1957 Bart Starr rookie. That is a Topps card, and I so want one. I actually saved up $200+ one time to buy one. I was so excited for it. A gentleman across the street knew I collected cards, and he works with wood. He said, dude, I'll build you a case, and then you can put it on the wall, and it'll look really good for your cards. He says, I got some wood in the back of my shop, some extra wood I've laying around. I'll go ahead and make you one. And I'm like, that's sweet. About a week or so later, I come back, and he says, hey, I got your thing done. I'm like, sweet. Oh, look at this thing. It's awesome. How much do I owe you? Thinking, he's either going to say, don't worry about it, or, give me $100 or $50. He said, dude, it's going to cost you, let's see here, $250. Yeah, this was the look on my face. I couldn't believe it. I go, what? And he says, yeah, it's solid oak. He goes, that's good wood. It's $250, and I'm giving you a bargain. Let's just say I went ahead and paid him. I felt bad. He was an older gentleman. And actually right now I believe he's got a little bit of dementia setting in already, but really, really nice guy. And I went ahead and paid him, knowing very well that I was giving him the money for my Bart Starr rookie. But anyways, so someday I hope to have the Bart Starr card to match this card to go with it. Those were my Eleanors. I have half, and I still have 1 Eleanor left over. So anyways, just thought I'd throw my hat into the contest. RavensFan516, great idea, great questions. Good luck, and whoever ends up winning this contest, it doesn't matter to me. I just want to throw my ideas in there. I enjoy watching your videos. And anyways, guys, check out my corner, Packerscorner, and maybe you'll find a video or 2 that you enjoy. Sub me, and I'll try and sub you back, and hopefully we can keep this thing going on YouTube because I'm having a great time. Thanks a bunch, guys. We'll talk to you soon.